Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be having a look at the Ninja Stay Sharp knife block with an integrated knife sharpener and a set of 5 knives. Got this yesterday, been itching to get it open, but thought I'd do a video on the unboxing and we'll give the knives a sharpen and do some test cuts and give you my thoughts on it. So let's get cracking. Please, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. It really does make a difference, and make sure to hit the notification bell so that you are alerted every time a new video goes up. Okay, so this is the box. It's a 5-piece set. It says it's sharp up to 10 years with the in-block sharpener. If you use other sharpeners, then obviously that's not going to be the case. But we've got an 8-inch chef knife, an 8-inch bread knife, an 8-inch slicing knife, a 5-inch utility knife, and a 3.5-inch paring knife. So we're going to get the box open in a moment, but we'll just have a quick look around. Over here we've got professional sharpening, maintaining incredible sharpness at home. We've got durable stainless steel, German stainless steel built to last, and precision blades makes it easy to slice through tough ingredients. So there we go, there's the block. We'll get it all open in a minute. Set of knives here, and then the knives go into the block, locks into place, and then you move this lever up and down to use the sharpening wheel inside. And yeah, let's get it open. So let's just get this box open. I am a big fan of the Ninja products, so hopefully I won't be disappointed. So there is the inside of the box. Lots of cardboard, which is good. Can't see any plastic yet. That's good for the environment. And then we have some paperwork here. We've got a read before first use, like that. And then we've got what's in the box. There we go, what's in the box. And it's got a list of the knives, the cleaning block, a bit of advice on cleaning and care. And it's also got a little guide to tell you what knife to use for what vegetables or whatever you're cutting. So an 8-inch chef knife is probably the most multi-purpose knife that we're going to be using in the kitchen. As you know by my channel, we do a lot of cooking, so the 8-inch chef knife is probably going to be my go-to. Good for meat, vegetables, fruit, herbs, nuts. And then we've got a big slicing knife, 8-inch slicing knife, which is more for large fruit like watermelons, large vegetables like cauliflower. The bread knife is obviously for bread, tomatoes and citrus fruit. Yep, bread knife for tomatoes. We're going to be cutting up a tomato and an onion later, and we'll actually use the chef knife and the bread knife for that, and we can see the difference. A 5-inch utility knife for vegetables, fruit and meat, and a paring knife for small vegetables and small fruit. And it's also got little advice there on how to sharpen. There we go. So the actual sharpening on the front page tells you what to do. Knives arrive sharp, do not sharpen immediately. To maintain optimal sharpness, follow the sharpening steps below at least every 2 weeks. I will be actually sharpening the chef's knife just to show you guys how it's done. And then yeah, it tells you there how you go about it. You lock it in, and then you move the lever up and down 10 times. So that's the paperwork out of the way. We put that there. Then there's 2 boxes inside. This flat one. This is the actual box with the knives inside. Leave that there for the moment. And this is the box with the knife block. So we're done with the outer packaging. Move that down there. And let's get this knife block open. I'm not a professional chef or anything, but I am very frustrated in the kitchen when you're trying to cut up vegetables quite finely and the knife's not very sharp. It is really annoying. Right, so inside here we have the knife block, and it is inside a sort of paperish bag. There it is. So what have we got here? So we've got some sticky feet on the bottom, keep the thing secure on your work surface. We have a locking release mechanism there for when the knife's locked in. We also have a lever that goes up and down. On the top we've got the area where you lock your knife in to sharpen it, and space for our 5 knives. These things aren't cheap, but I got this as a gift from my lovely daughter. I think the chef's knife retails on the Ninja website for £50 on its own, so you can sort of guess how much something like this is going to cost. I think though there are some quite good deals around where you can buy this thing for about £150, something like that. So we'll leave the knife block there for the moment, and we'll open up the actual knives themselves. So inside the box we have them beautifully presented in a sort of little area there. Let's take this sort of tracing paper coating off. That's one side, and we'll get out our 5 knives. So first one out the box is the 8-inch chef's knife. Here we go. So it's one piece of stainless steel that runs all the way through to the end, and then we have the handle that's riveted on. We have the Ninja branding there. You can see that. That's there. They're supposed to be very balanced. So if I was to put my finger there we go, that's sort of balanced, isn't it? So that's the chef's knife. It does actually tell you what each knife is as well. There's a little engraving there. So that's the chef's knife. Then we have, what's this one? This is the slicing knife, 8-inch slicing knife. Put that to the side. We've then got the utility knife. There it is. They do feel really weighty, really good quality. The knives I have been using on my channel have been quite light in comparison. So this is the paring knife, the 3.5-inch paring knife. And then last but definitely not least, we have the bread knife with a serrated edge. Does feel very sharp. Okay, so let's get rid of all this packaging, and then we'll have a look around the block and how we go about sharpening the knives. Put that down there. Okay, so all of these knives fit into the knife block, and I'm just going to do it by size. We're going to go for, we'll put the bread knife there, the slicing knife there, and the chef's knife there. And there we go, all lined up. You can see that. Looks quite good. Not really a massive item, so no problems fitting this on your work surface. So, to sharpen the knife, simply we'll insert it into this area here, and that locks into place. That knife is now locked in, will not come out unless I use the release system. On this side, you can actually see the knife in there, and what we're going to do is move this wheel up and down 10 times. It's when you're doing the downward motion that you can feel the grinding, the sharpening. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 10 cycles of the sharpening wheel. And then to get out the knife, hold down the release button and it should all come out. And that does look really, really sharp, but we'll give it a test in a moment. Now, that's obviously been sharpened, so there may be some very small metal fragments on there. We'll give that a rinse in a moment and a dry. But obviously, let's take these knives out for a moment so I can show you. There will end up with some of the metal fragments that will be in the unit itself. So here is the little flap, and that's where you can access the inside to get out any metal fragments So I'm going to put these other knives back in, and then I'm going to give the chef's knife a little bit of a clean before we try it on some vegetables. But these knives feel so good in your hand, very well balanced, and I'll show you how to actually grip a knife correctly as well. So that's the chef's knife. Bear with me, I'm just going to give it a rinse and a dry and we'll come back. So we're back, nice, lovely and clean. We're going to put the block to the side for the moment over here, and I'll bring my chopping board over here, and I have one onion, white onion, and one quite large tomato, and we're going to give these things a test cut. I will use the bread knife as well on the tomato, which is the correct knife to use for tomatoes, funnily enough. And I just have a plate here as well, which is where I'm going to put the stuff that we cut up. I'm no expert, I'm no wizard chef that can chop an onion in 2 seconds, so bear with me. But yes, obviously be very, very careful with these knives. They are sharp and you may cut yourself. So the onion is what we're going to cut first. So we have our onion. I'm going to cut off this end here. Oh my god, that goes through that like butter. Correct way to hold the knife is index finger and thumb there, and then wrap your hand around. Okay, so that was really easy. And now what I'm going to do is cut this in half, leaving the stalk area. There we go. And then I'm going to peel all the skin off the onion, leaving the stalk intact. That will help to just keep the onion in one piece. So off it goes. And I'm just going to do some simple cuts. And what I'm going to do, and I'll show you a close-up. So here we are. So holding the knife correctly, we're going to have our hand as a claw, as a guide for where the knife's going. And all we're going to do is chop. Now I can feel this is very, very sharp. I can get some really, really fine, thin cuts with that. As I said, I'm no expert. I can't chop like the experts. Here we go, let's try it that way. But yeah, this is effortless. These are very, very sharp knives. I'm going to have fun using these in the kitchen. So really, really easy to use. Let's put all that onion on a plate for now. And let's try a tomato. So we've got a tomato. We're just going to slice. That just went through that like it wasn't even there. So let's see if we can show you how sharp this is. And then you can see that I'm going to go as finely as I can. And it really is no effort. And that is a very, very thin piece of tomato, you can see. Compared to any of the knives I've ever used in my life, these are probably the sharpest. They may not be as good as the Japanese steel sort of knives, but yeah, very, very easy to use, that is. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to get the bread knife and we're going to give that tomato a slice with a bread knife. So again, bread knife. Now it is the correct knife to use for tomatoes, but I did find the chef's knife made beautiful work out of cutting that tomato as well. So I think I might just leave the bread knife for the bread and use the chef's knife. But yeah, very, very fine slices of tomato. I'm very, very impressed with that. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I am astounded as to how sharp these knives are and how easy it is to slice up these vegetables. I'm actually going to try and practice to be a knife wizard like some of these top chefs and start chopping up cucumbers at 100 miles an hour. But in the meantime, I'll just carry on doing my videos. So if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. It really helps us out. Leave any comments down below, hit the like button, all that jazz, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye for now.